Turn it? No, it's gonna stay right there.
What's this for?
It's for my, I told you, my mentoring program that I have. Yeah, obviously, like usual, but
Yeah, right.
it's true. Oh, thanks for waiting, Gunner.
Oh no.
Jasmine.
Okay. A water park co-owner has been arrested in connection with the 2016 death of a 10-year-old boy who got decapitated off of a water slide in Kansas City.
I remember that. That happened, you said 2016.
Yeah.
It was like on one of those slides where it like the water
Yeah.
pressure shoots it. I gotta find my news here first. Alright. Scott.
So a guy got lost at sea doing around the world race. It's like sailing.
Lost at sea. Okay.
Me?
Yep.
I have two.
Okay.
British sailor was lost at sea in the world race.
Oh, it's almost like you just said that.
Oh, I was not listening. But I have another one. Strong possibility that North Korea's Kim Jong-un may have surprised Beijing visit.
That is true, yeah. There's a huge motorcade going to Beijing, so I think he's sitting there right now. Yep.
I have two. Bottom threat forces cancellation of ethnic classes activity of Bismarck by the Sea.
Okay.
And they've been named the NRA local members, the organization fights for the gun rights.
Jerry,
Remington Arms claimed bankruptcy yesterday.
Remington did? I thought they were already bankrupt.
I saw.
They declared like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
What?
I'm pretty sure they just declared not too long ago.
Yeah, it was.
I told you. I'm pretty sure I told you guys about that. I'll write it down anyways.
Yeah, they get declared.
Yeah.
Larry Nassar's former boss at Michigan State is now arrested.
Because he knew everything about it and he didn't say anything. Yeah, Farmer.
Scientists in Australia discovered a 2,500-year-old mummy in a coffin that they thought was empty.
In Australia, you said? Or what'd you say?
Scientists in Australia have discovered the remains of a mummy in a 2,500-year-old coffin that they thought was empty.
Okay.
Zeke Upshaw, a basketball player playing in the G League, died at age 26 when he collapsed on the court.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. Did they say anything? It was like a heart attack or something? No?
Parents killed and tortured their daughters who were not marrying a man for $20,000.
Yeah. For $20,000, their parents were tortured and like threatened her to say, you better marry her. You're not going to be alive or anything like that. So, kind of weird. Yep.
Some subs in the Navy are using Xbox controllers to do some of their navigation.
Did we just talk about that?
I said that.
We got it
Oh
yesterday.
my
Yeah.
god.
Well, he didn't know. He just said something with Xbox controllers. He didn't say
Yeah,
what it
he never
was.
said.
He did.
He didn't. All he said was Xbox controllers. He didn't say
He
what
said
they
He said
were.
something.
No, he was like
they're
something's getting
using it.
Yeah, he said something's getting controlled. He didn't say.
I thought you said something.
He did.
too.
Oh, you did.
Uh,
Just count it from both of us.
Sure. Just bring another one. You still got 2
That's
days.
kind of
Oh yeah, it's tough. Yeah, roll your eyes. Yep. All right. News that I got. You guys missed a huge one here. Linda Brown died. Does anyone know who Linda Brown is?
Yeah.
You ever heard Brown versus Board of Education?
You.
The desegregation of schools. You ever heard of that? Yes? Yes? No?
No.
Sure.
Anyways, Linda Brown Brown versus Board of Education was a huge Supreme Court case during the Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement, if you don't know what that means, that is where they tried to get equal rights for races. Okay. Linda Brown was a person that wanted to apply to a all-white school. This all-white school was 4 blocks away from her house. It would have been easier for her to go to. Her all-black school that she had to go to, she had to cross railroad tracks and she had to ride a bus for multiple miles to get there instead of going to a school that's right next to her house. And that school building she was into was run down. They didn't have a lot of grade supplies because funding at that time for all black schools was not great. So Linda Brown is the student that kind of started this whole thing because her parents wanted to enroll her in that all-white school in Topeka, Kansas. But it never happened. Or, well, eventually it did happen. It did desegregate. Okay? So you got this huge one there.
Well, we didn't even know who the person
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Linda Brown?
It's not. It's
But-
a huge.
You should have heard of Brown versus Board of Education. No? Yeah, you definitely hear about it your senior year, so we'll talk about that a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely a big one. If you ever watch Forrest Gump, when they're desegregating the school and the lady drops the book. Yeah, the lady drops the book and he goes and picks it up. That was the desegregation of schools they were talking about there. So, yeah. Other thing I have here, I talked about the parents torturing their kid because if she would have married this guy, she'd have gotten $20,000. The family would have. But she said she wouldn't do it, so they tortured her and basically tried to force her to marrying this guy. And yes, Kim Jong-un, there's a good possibility he is in China right now. He hasn't left there since 2011. He went there on a train and then motorcade to the capital, and tried to talk to their leader. But interesting to see that he actually left his country to go there. Facebook is looking at $1 trillion in fines right now for privacy. $1 trillion. Because they told them if they ever have a privacy policy or anything like that, that went wrong, they would pay $40,000 per privacy issue that they've had. And that adds up to $1 trillion. So they're going to be in the hurt bag. So.
I think I was one of those people.
What? Well, I'm sure you guys have all seen fake news on there. You had to have.
Fake news.
Well, yeah.
Also, they're gonna be paying me 40 grand now.
Huh?
So they're paying me 40 grand now.
Not you 40 grand.
So
Yeah,
number five.
Who did they pay? Well, I can't remember now.
Man, if he doesn't go to us, what's the point?
Mhm.
Actually,
Your vote is-
I have no idea who goes to. It's whoever monitors the internet access, I guess, or the protection on the internet. But
NSA.
probably could be. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I can look it up at the end of class.
Look it up right now.
Okay. And there was an 85-year-old Holocaust survivor killed in Paris here recently because of a hate crime, an anti-Semitic hate crime. So she survived the Holocaust just to have that happen to her. So, yeah. All right. Well, yeah, like I said, we'll start that project tomorrow. I gotta create the sheet for you guys. Cause you guys did profiles with money, didn't you?
Yeah.
We
And
did
Stein?
profiles with money.
We did not
We
do
didn't do
profiles
profiles
of
with money.
You just made fun of me. Said the class count.
Hey, Michelson.
Yep.
You realize you never hit record, right?
You're joking, right?
Yes.
Ah, funny. Mrs. Huber will see that too. You guys might as well wave, say hi.
I already did.
Hi.
No, you're not the class count.
Cherry's the class.
It's Cherry. Never mind, everybody.
Who's the class problem?
Oh, Pete.
Cherry.
You gotta flash the camera.
The camera's back.
Oh, we're not watching TV.
Let's watch TV.
Oh man, they were talking about toolboxes.
Or are they trying to sell you like a $50
Already did
camera?
Yes.
Jerry.
Huh? I think
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna
probably
last
like-
those for you guys.
That's what it was. They had
Yeah.
that stairs on the side and then walked on every
Going after school
Every different.
because softball, that's what you're in Jamesburg. Because
We kept
the-
all our tools in
So we-
You said next week you guys have archery, right?
What? No.
Oh,
Science fair.
who am I thinking of? Science fair, that's it. Yeah.
Aw, maybe that.
And you're gonna be gone basically all week, right? Some of you because of music too.
Oh, yeah, me too.
You guys will have to hand in slips then. Hand in slips so I can write down what you guys need to do.
What?
Because you guys gotta get slips, right?
I mean, we're gonna be gone one day.
I don't think.
Yeah, but you still get slips so to figure out what you're doing, don't you?
Yep.
I don't think they usually go into.
Yeah, not for this.
Oh, okay.
Not for school.
Alright. But you're gonna be gone, what, Tuesday,
We're gone
Wednesday.
one
We're
day.
just gone Wednesday.
Well, Science fair is gone a while, but we're just gone one day.
Okay,
We're gone 2 days.
you got 2 days?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'll just figure it out. I'll figure it out when we get there. I'll get all prepared then. Okay, yesterday, who did we talk about? Anybody?
Ferdinand Magellan.
Ferdinand Magellan, Cortez, who else? Missing a big one.
Virgo.
Columbus, Amerigo Vespucci, correct. These guys were all what? Explorers. Do you guys have an idea of who you're gonna choose for your project yet? You could do Pizarro,
Columbus.
you could do Columbus,
We'll just print out the sheet.
I will chair you.
Why are you asking right now?
Said it so like calmly.
But no, you guys could choose all those guys. But I would start getting an idea of who you wanna write on.
Wait,
For,
if
for
I,
your
if
profile.
I really slander Columbus, will I get points off?
No, don't do that. But you can slander him a little bit.
Okay.
I'll let that happen. But what I was thinking for your profiles too, what you could do is you could either like draw a picture of what the guy looks like, or you could draw a map of what routes he took,
Or both.
or both. Would be a good idea. If you have that time.
Put a
I'll make sure to
on
get-
his face.
I'll make sure to
Boom.
get Mr. Herlichka's projector. I'll get his too. Okay. Okay. Why did explorers want to find other trade routes to China? Obviously to get there quicker. You had old Marco Polo here going on foot at this time. The Silk Road was basically the route there. It was slow. Okay, they wanted to find a faster way. What was the only way to get to Asia at this time before the explorers went?
A wall.
Silk Road.
Which route did they take?
Silk Road.
Not the Silk Road. I'm saying both. Sorry.
The whole way around Africa by Thailand.
Around the Cape of Good Hope.
Cape of Good Hope. And what did I say? What was the problem with the Cape of Good Hope? Pirates and storms, right? You run into the trouble of potentially losing your bullion. Not Captain Jack Sparrow. And no one's doing a profile on him, by the way.
I would know if I had a sheet.
That would be interesting though to see a profile on him. But those are great movies. I just watched
So
them.
Fast and Furious.
No, we're not.
It's like an opinion. I hate those movies.
All right.
So is growing.
Why would you
I really
establish?
like that movie.
Why would you establish colonies? Basically, to take all the resources, use them basically. Would I say how do you have more power today? Not today, back then, how would you have more power?
More gold you have.
More land. More land.
Bless you.
Actually, God really does bless you.
Gunner, stop. Mercantilism, okay? We'll go through these quick. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on these. I want to talk more about the stuff at the end we have. We're going to talk about the slave trade, the triangular trade, and the conditions they kind of had to go through. Okay, mercantilism. Believe that the prosperity of nations depend on a large supply of bullion and gold or silver. Where are you going to see the majority of the gold and silver there, Cherry? We're going to see the majority of the gold and silver in the Americas.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you were talking to Bill.
He didn't say anything.
Where are you going to see most of it?
El Dorado. Fort Knox.
South and Central America, correct. You're going to see all your gold there.
So,
Okay? Spain was the one that mostly took it. You can thank Hernan Cortez for that. Conquistadors, by the way. You want to know what they look like? Just paraphrase. Don't write all that. Okay? Actually, don't write that one at all.
Good job.
None of it.
You owe me.
This one you can.
Erase or not?
Okay?
Beavers. Hey, points off.
Yeah, if I get points off, I swear.
What's a tariff there, Gunner? What's a tariff? We have many tariffs today. We just put a tariff on steel here not too long ago.
Tax.
A tax, right? Or it could be somewhat of a restriction. Why would you want to put a tariff on things like that?
So we get more money. Gotta
It's
get
harder
money
to
to
get.
those countries.
where do you want most of your money made at?
Over here.
Inside your own country?